All right, so just welcome everybody. I appreciate everybody joining me today. I thought it was really important that we get all the chairs together of the committees, if nothing else, so we can just kind of get to know each other a little bit, and then also I want to share with everybody.
Oh, yay! All right, here we are.
Yay! By cell phone, right? Or by
phone.
Oh, okay. Okay. So just to, if we can go through and introduce ourselves, that would be great. And I can start. I think some of you, most of you know me, but we do have a couple of people that are on that don't. So I'm Carrie, the State 4-H Director. And so I'm just going to go based on what I see on my screen. So Sarah, you're next.
Hi, I'm Sarah Chvelicek, the Administrative Faculty Program Manager for 4-H in Washoe County and support to rural counties. Every county except Clark.
So, okay, Louisa and Adriana, if you guys want to go. Oh, we can't hear you again. There we go.
Oh. I'm Adriana Hernandez, and I'm one of the community-based instructors here in Clark County.
Okay.
My name is Luisa Ixmaclawa Garay, and I am a community-based instructor here in Clark County.
Okay. Karen?
Hi, I'm Karen Best, and I'm a program officer in Clark County.
Okay. Brenda?
Hi, I'm Brenda Craven, and I teach special education in Elko, Nevada.
Great. Samantha? Oh, can she talk today?
Samantha Shoup is a community-based instructor in Washoe County.
She just typed it in the box. Marissa, can you?
I can.
Okay.
I am a community-based instructor in Washoe, and I do the 4-H for livestock, small animal, and home arts.
Okay, great. Sharon?
I'm Sharon Barton, and I am the Humboldt County 4-H coordinator.
Okay, great. And who did I have by phone? I know I have.
Amy Zimmerman.
Thank you.
4-H leader of Silver Knoll Spurs, Washoe County.
Okay, great.
Linda Zimmerman, Washoe County 4-H leader with previous experience at Nevada State 4-H Expos.
Fantastic. Great. Thank you very much. So I appreciate everybody introducing themselves, and just to kind of give you an idea, this has been floated around bringing Expo back since I started, and it finally felt like kind of the right time to bring it back. And so, I really see this program as our statewide kind of culminating event for the year. As I was just with a lot of my colleagues from across the country this week, I said, we're having a state fair without state fair issues. We're going to have the 4-H portion of state fair, and it is very exciting. So a couple of things that I just want to share, expectations of the chairs that I have for the chairs is one, that you get a hold of your committees and that you meet with your committee members. I would, like you to meet as many times as you need to meet as you feel appropriate. Sometimes it may be, yes, and I am planning on getting a complete list of everything to everybody. But there, along with contact information, so everybody has that information. But essentially, you need to meet with your committees as much as you need to meet. You can either meet by conference call, which I do have a conference call line available if you want to use that. I also have the Zoom session available, this system available. You can meet whenever, whatever works for your committee. And if you want to do a Zoom session with them, just let me know and I will get that set up for you. Or, however it works, that's completely up to you. The one thing I will tell you is we do have committees, but not all of them are very deep. So you might want to think about, and maybe at your first meeting, talking to individuals about seeing who else you could add. Maybe it's people that to your committee. You can go ahead and add those. That's fine with me. So I have the list, and like I said, I will be getting it sent out to you. I just don't have, they're like, some of them have 4, some of them have 6, some of them have 2. So it may be if you feel like you need to add additional people to your committees, please do so. The one thing I will tell you is we are in the process right now of hiring a part-time events manager for the 4-H program in Nevada. I've received 27 applications for that position, so I feel like I have enough applications that I can start reviewing those and hopefully have somebody hired fairly quickly that will be working with each committee. That individual, once they are hired, their job will be to work with you to make sure, you have everything you need and probably participating in some of the calls. They're going to be spending quite a bit of time on logistics and those types of things, but also, I want them to help the committees and make sure they have, again, what they need. Is there any questions based on that? Okay. The other, go ahead. Did you have a question, Sarah?
So when you say, is this a temporary hourly person that you're hiring, or
this is a permanent?
Okay, so this is our events coordinator that will be helping us from here on out.
Yes. This is the permanent, from my understanding, this is the permanent position.
Okay.
So.
And how soon do you think that person will be on board?
I don't know. I'm hoping sooner. It just however long. I mean, I'm hoping to look through applications while I'm gone next week, and then hopefully interview the next week. So, yep. Then the other piece. So then the other thing that I wanted to talk about was kind of some of the things that we need to get from the committees, and I'll send this all out to you. So you've got it in writing, but a couple of things that I'm going to need by about May 1st from the committees is I'm going to need to know like what events you're going to be hosting for, like the livestock breeding show. I want to know what species you want to do, and you don't have to have necessarily your classes, but I need to know your species. When you look at the communications contest, I want to know what contests you want to hold. Do you want to just do a demonstration contest? Do you want to add additional contests? And then also, how much space or what kind of space do you think you might need? So livestock breeding show, horse show, you guys are going to need an arena. And so that way we can kind of organize that a little bit. And then if you can somehow get to me like how youth would qualify. Do they need to attend a qualifying event? Do they need to get a blue ribbon? Something around that. That would be fantastic. Then by June 1st, I need a budget from you because I'm still looking for funding, for money and everything. So I need to get the budget put together. So I'm going to need a budget. By July 1, we'll need the rules for the contests that you're going to be having and any awards that you will need. We do have an awards committee, and what I have pretty much tasked them with is I want them to come up with some award ideas. Here's 3 or 4 things, and then, we're not going to have like separate awards for the poultry show, like one set of awards for the poultry show, one set of awards for for the communications contest. We're going to have standardized awards for the whole event. And so, it might be, I don't know what they'll be, probably, things like a belt buckle for High Point and those types of things, but they're going to come up with those ideas, but we need to know what you need. So do you need 5 high point awards? Do you need, first place in class awards, all of those types of things. So I need those. And then by September 1st, I'll need a list of supplies that you will need for your show. There's going to be other things I'm going to need. I just don't think of them right now. So, but those are the ones I know of for sure. Probably that May 1st deadline is probably the biggest one. So, and the May 1st ones are what Sharon and I and the events coordinator are really going to need, because we're the logistics people. So trying to get things, so what we'll do is determine how much space or what kind of space you need and how much time you need. We're going to then have to play the puzzle of where everything fits. So.
And just a heads up for the horse chair or co-chairs or whoever's on, the horse show can be held in the brand new indoor pavilion behind our events complex. So that can be definitely used for the horse event. So.
Thank you.
Yay, Sharon, yay.
Yeah, well, the whole facility is reserved. We do have both arenas, the indoor and the outdoor arena. But just because, it's October, you never know. We could have a freak rainstorm go through here or, whatever. But I would say that the horse show should definitely be held in that indoor pavilion. So.
And Marissa, I just saw your comment, and right now we don't necessarily have that fair entry type software, but that could be something that we could look at for doing some entries and those types of things. Once the events coordinator is on board, I'm going to have them start looking at options for enrolling. So, and we just had Tessa join us. Tessa, if you could quickly just introduce yourself, just name and county. Do you have sound? Okay. Doesn't look like it at this point, but I just realized that I didn't say who was chairing what. So I am going to go through and share that with you guys. So Sharon Barton from Humboldt County is going to be chairing the logistics, and I'll probably be working with her a lot on that. The livestock breeding show is Marissa and Brenda from Elko County. The horse show is Sarah and Amy and Linda, all from Washoe County. The communications contest is Karen Best from Clark County. The shooting sports match is Louisa from Clark County, and then Rick Highland, which I don't have on my list. I need to add him because he agreed to co-chair that committee with her. We are going to be doing STEM challenges or STEM demonstrations. We may not necessarily have a contest around that, but we want to promote our STEM programming. And that is Adriana and Samantha. And if you guys come up with a contest that we could do, we can figure it out. So, but that is Adriana from Clark and Samantha from Washoe. The small animal show is Tessa from Elko County, and then Molly from Lyon County. Our awards brunch and awards lunch is Karen from Churchill County and Lisa from Carson City. And then we have 3 committees that I'm still working on a chair for. The Static Exhibits and Fashion Review Committee, I'm looking for a chair. The special events, so like the barbecue on Saturday night, and at one time there was talk about doing a film festival, but the person that was very interested in doing that has left Extension, so I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but that's another option. And then we're going to be doing some educational, like teen and volunteer workshops. So I'm trying to do some additional things, and I'm still looking for a chair for that. So as soon as I get those chairs identified, in the meantime, I'll probably pull those committees together just to get them up and going. And maybe somebody will step up at that point. But
And you're going to send a list to us, right, of everybody? Because I can't write that fast.
yeah, no. As soon as this call's over, I have another call, or I have another meeting with the University Police Department. But as soon as that,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
so I will get.
Just a quick note on the small animals. I know Molly's not on, and I think you said Tessa just joined us.
Mhm.
So as far as cages go for small animals, we have all of the brand new show cages that we use for our county show. So I am trying to work with Mr. Peterson to keep those cages. They'll come down, they'll be cleaned, and they'll be put back into place so that we don't have to take them down, put them up, that. But anyway, they're super easy to kind of maneuver around. So if we want to do it down here at the exhibit hall, or we can move everything up to the events complex. So anyway, just we have cages, we have plenty of them. Nobody needs to bring anything from another county. So
Great.
This may be a little off topic, but I know this is the first question I'm getting asked a lot is there like camping accommodations up there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we have an RV section at our facility, and I'll have to find out what the charge is a night, and I think they'll probably give us a bit of a break on that as well. But there's full hookups and all of that for that. So yes, that is an option.
That's what this facility is great for, for these reasons, because we pretty much have most everything we need is going to be there.
Yes, and for those bringing horses, definitely there's stalls, there's all of that, everything that you need, and it's on both sides of the complex. So just depending on where they decide to house everybody. Anyway,
so that'll be things like the livestock show. You'll need to think about what kind of, if you need stalls, or if what kind of housing accommodations you need for the different animals. Those are the types of things we need to know. I could probably figure it out, but it may take me a while.
Are there, for the livestock breeding, Sharon, are there panels there, or will we need to request the NJLS ones?
No, you don't have to request anything. We have our livestock barn that will be all cleaned and ready to go for Expo, because our fair ends, like 3 weeks before Expo, 3.5 weeks before Expo. We have the livestock barn, so we have pigs, housing for, pens for pigs. We have pens for sheep, goats, and the beef. It depends on how many animals we come in and overflow. We can work on putting them elsewhere. So
okay.
Anyway, but no, everything there's plenty of stuff. There's plenty of panels. We're good.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Great. Any other questions as you guys are thinking about this? And if you have questions as you're meeting with your groups, you'll have Sharon's email address and stuff, so you can send an email to Sharon or I won't be able to answer like what the facility has, but that would be a Sharon question because she knows the facility, but at least we could get some of those things.
And I will see if I can get a layout map of the inside of the events center itself, or I can take pictures. So that's not a problem. If you have specific questions, and Carrie, you can include my cell phone number with that information as well. So if people are meeting after hours or on a weekend or whatever, and they need a question answered, I'm usually always available, or I will get back to you as soon as I can. But anyway, and then the other thing, the shooting sports stuff, Carrie, we do need to kind of get together with Louisa and maybe Rick. Mm-hmm. And I'll just say this right now. I need a letter from the state 4-H office explaining state expo and explaining the state shooting sports match and what we're asking for. So we are asking for use of the county shooting sports range.
Okay.
And then the other range is the archery shotgun, and it is actually managed by different people. So I'm going to need two different, it's the Trap Club. So I'm going to need two different letters so I can at least start doing the legwork on that to get them. I don't know if they're going to want people to come up here and talk to them. I'm not quite sure, but if I just have the letters, then we can just start working on that.
Okay, I was just going to ask you about that.
It's been on my list of things.
Yeah.
So, oh, and I had, so I don't know if with small animals, are we doing a state dog show? Because I've had several people contact me from different counties about a state dog show. So,
And I guess that's up to the committee. They
okay.
need to look at that.
Okay, because I do have both of my dog leaders here that are local. They just missed filling everything out, but they did say that they would lend their volunteer time if that, if there is going to be a state dog show, that definitely they will lend their time to help.
I think there was plans to do one.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. They can just let me know.
Okay. Any other questions?
Carrie, this is Linda. I hope it's okay and appropriate. I have asked Tractor Supply if they would be a corporate sponsor for us. I asked them for a couple $1,000 or product or that we could use for awards. So I have asked. I hope that's okay. I'll let you know if I get a positive or a negative answer from them within the week.
Is that your local one? The local one here?
I asked, let's see, no, I think the request went to the home office in Tennessee, but I mentioned the new store in Sparks that we
Okay.
would
The only
partner
reason,
with.
yeah, I'm not super hopeful on that. The only reason I say that is because we do the paper clover with them, and that's how they feel like they give their donation back. But I don't, you never know. But we can see. We can see.
And so I'll just interject there. If that does not pan out, we can also contact, we don't have Tractor Supply out here. We have Big R's.
Oh, yeah.
So they are very supportive. So we can also try contacting them as well for requests as well. So that, like I said, they're usually really good about supporting. Yeah. And especially since this is a state event, they might be super excited to be able to be part of that. So
because there are some Big R's around the state too.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Yeah, and so as we move forward, especially with the fundraising, those types of things, what I ask is if the committees have great ideas, send them to, or get a hold of me. And we don't have a fund development committee. That I just, that was one I realized we didn't have. But if you can send those to me, and then I will work with either you or, the other thing I have to do is sometimes I have to run it through the university and make sure that that is not somebody that the university is trying to go after multi-millions of dollars from, which sometimes can happen. So, I know Tractor Supply isn't one of those, but I know Tractor Supply works with 4-H on the national level, so we'll see. But yeah, send those to me, and then I will either work with you as a committee chair, or I can help you work through that process. We can get letters that we need. We can do any of the, we'll get it. We've got an account. All the money's we've started a 4-H Expo account in the state 4-H office, and that's where we're gonna. That way we don't have to worry about all the different funds. So.
And Carrie, I will send you the information for the mines.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And that will, because it's a state thing, that ask will have to come from you, and it is definitely most of the mines have an online, process that you do. So, okay. So I will work on getting that info to you.
Great. We did get a check for $3,000. It actually came, Sharon, just so you know, from the Humboldt County Commissioners.
Yay!
Support 4-H Expo as well. So.
And also, don't forget, we can go back to WCVA.
Yep.
And they asked that we put together an awards budget.
Yep.
And so when the awards committee gets that, we can go back to them and ask for additional funding. They were very interested in funding some awards. They even mentioned, I think, doing t-shirts or something, funding for t-shirts or something. So anyway, we just can't forget that possibility.
Yep, for sure.
Now, Carrie, were there other people interested in being on our committees, or do we?
Yep. No, there are some other people, and I'm going to send you that list. I'm going to send everybody that list with contact information, so then you can start contacting your committees, the committee members. And then if you feel like there's other people that you want to add, go ahead and add them. So, yep. I will get that list to everybody this weekend, for sure.
And the other question, there's camping around there, but are there hotels around there?
Yes, yes. And I will have to work with Carrie on that, because that ask is going to have to come from the state 4-H office, but I will be that go-between person. But we do. We have a couple of Best Westerns, Holiday Express, Candlewood Suites, the Winnemucca Inn. So we're covered there.
Believe it or not, Winnemucca has a lot of hotels.
Yeah, we do. We do.
It always amazes me.
I was gonna tease Karen to say, "Come on, Karen, Winnemucca is not the backwoods."
And there's even restaurants there, Karen.
Well, I was up there for I think it was the last leaders training, but I always want to prepare for all these questions, because especially my people, it's hard to get them to do a lot of these things, and so the more information, the more they can plan. And
and we'll have some save the date stuff come out, and we'll have some preliminary information that has hotel, there are hotels and those types of things. So I did not, we tried to do a slogan contest for Expo, and I got nothing. So I didn't get one entry. So we've been trying to come up with some kind of graphic design for a logo. I think Sam was taking some thoughts that I had and playing with some stuff. I know he's been busy too. So
yeah, we'll be able to utilize his skill set. So
yes.
And that's great. I was just kind of thinking maybe since Expo's been gone for so long, and most of the people that were involved before, they, their kids are gone and out. So it's a whole new group of people, and they don't understand what Expo is.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe after this first year, when you do the logo thing again, maybe there will be some excitement. They'll understand it better. So
that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. And it was kind of like one of those, it's like, oh well, so we didn't get any, and so I was playing one day, and but we'll get there. So all right. The other thing, I would like to schedule kind of regular meetings with this group, the group of chairs, so that way we can have these check-ins. Is it probably best to send a doodle poll to everybody, is my guess, to get, what I want to do is I'd like to try to get it scheduled for the same date and like the first Monday of the month or the second Tuesday, whatever. So I'll send that out to everybody and try to get that.
So Carrie, to be able to ensure that we get the maximum participation from our volunteers, are we going to go to evening meetings or late afternoon meetings?
I will have all of those options on there. Okay. Kind of like this meeting I had, I tried not to have anything earlier than noon, but I had several evenings, and there may even be, I may even put a Sunday night. I got to keep an eye on a little bit of the weekend stuff, but I may try to, so. And they'll be limited to an hour, if not less. It's more of just a check-in. What do you need from us? What do you need? Are you finding any struggles? So.
And if anybody wants to do an in-person anything at any point as we get closer to the event, maybe like all the chairs come up, or those that can make it can make it. We can certainly do something here, and that way everybody can kind of get a feel for the facility and all that. So
yeah, Sharon, if for Mr. Peterson, it'll feel like old home week with some of us that he'll see.
And he's asked me about some specific people. So he did ask me. He asked me about you too. So anyway,
I was there.
Yeah. So
maybe
he asked you about the Zimmermans and.
So that might be something I may try to schedule for maybe July or August.
Okay.
Does that sound, try to schedule a face-to-face up in Winnemucca?
And July would probably be better for me because August is a horse show fair, all of that. So I mean, I'm pretty flexible, and so just, you know.
Yep. And we will look at we'll look at a variety of dates, but you know, and that gives us enough time that if we need to rearrange some things, we still could. So, okay. I will work on that. Okay. Other questions, comments? Yeah, I'll keep that in mind, Marissa. Camps, you know, and it might, you know, I don't know, we'll get it figured out. I was just thinking for those of you from the South, it might work if we could somehow arrange it right around, but I don't think that'll work because you're on a bus, like right around camp time, but I'll kind of see how things. So, okay. And what I'm going to do is build that into the budget so that I can help if people need help getting there. I can help people get there. So. All right. If there's no other questions, I appreciate, you know, it was, you know, this was a quick meeting, but I thought it was important for us to check in for you to get some of that information.
What was my question?
Oh, Marissa, Marissa is in Reno.
The address.
So.
Yep. Sorry. What is the address
of the fairgrounds?
Yeah.
Sharon?
It's 1085 Fairgrounds Road, Winnemucca, Nevada.
Is this where the shooting sports will take place too?
Shooting sports is going to be, that's what we need to talk about. Our county range is 5-6 miles roughly. We have the option of doing archery on site here, or we can possibly set the archery up out at the trap range. So that's kind of what we need to kind of determine where we're going to do all of it. So, because Mr. Peterson did say that archery was doable indoors or using the outdoor arena. So anyway, but obviously shotgun, rifle, all of that have to be up at the range or at the trap range. So
everything. I would rather have everything in one place.
Yeah. Louisa, Sharon, and I will schedule a separate meeting with you and Rick to get that all figured out. And then we were talking about asking the mines to see if maybe they could provide busing or a shuttle, like they have shuttles, and maybe see if we could get them to help with shuttling people back and forth to the range.
Okay.
So. We've had a few preliminary discussions, but not a lot. So.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Okay, if not, thank you everybody for joining, and we can, I will get all this information out to everybody. Actually, I have about 25 minutes till my next meeting starts. Maybe I can get some stuff typed up.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.